In this advanced MATLAB tutorial, I'd like to show a technique for capturing mouse clicks in a figure window. If we look here on this figure, if I click on it, I'm going to get MATLAB to take an action, in this case just typing out the word clicky for me. How did I do that, and how can I do something similar but more useful? Here's the function that I used to create that figure that we saw earlier. The first thing I do is I will plot peaks just to get a graphic out there. And then I'm going to set a callback on the current axes that will call a function whenever I click. So this is done with the button down function. There's other callbacks available, but this is the one that I needed for this operation. The function that I have called when I click on the button is called clicky. You see clicky down below, and it simply says display and then a word clicky. If we look at the function, notice that I'm using the same calling structure as all automatically generated callbacks inside of guide. So all of these are going to look very much the same. I don't actually use any of these inputs, but MATLAB automatically passes them, so I need to capture them. Let's change this word clicky to something more useful. I'm going to say instead get GCA, the current axes, and I want to know the current point. That should tell me where my cursor is clicked on when I execute the callback. Let's save and run this by hitting F5. Now when I click, I see that I get some coordinates. If we look at where the mouse is, that is x of about 40, y of -5-ish, -4, and then the z of 1, and we repeat that. We do that because we are actually clicking on a 3D surface here, even though we're looking at it from the top. So if we were to rotate this, that actually shows you where you're clicking on the front and back plane, where z is equal to 1 and -1. You could then parse this output and do some interesting things with it. Thank you.